So if Roxanne, if you want to get us started.
I will. Okay.
Okay,
Wait,
perfect.
1 second. I don't want to throw myself out, but I can't. There's something in my way. Okay. I couldn't see Brad's face. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, we're recording.
Hi, Brad. I'm Roxanne from Everything About Hallmark. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm okay. I very excited to meet you. I'm loving Hope Valley,
Mm,
1874. It's fantastic. And I thought just as an intro, so I'm not going to ask you like a big specific question. I was just going to do like little, you say yes or no kind of thing, if that's okay.
okay.
Or not this expensive. And I'm going to ask about what you think Nash, how Nash would answer your character, and
Okay.
then you. Okay, is that all right? It's
It's a
just
yes or no and how Nash would answer.
yes, and then you. So it's just something simple because the fans are getting an opportunity to get to know your character and you because you're
Sure.
kind of new to the Hallmark fandom. I mean, not super new because I think you were in a splash of love, right?
I was, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, all right, yes or no? Nash is from the States.
Yes.
Okay. And he's comfortable on a horse.
Yes.
He's romantic.
Yes.
Aw, he has a past.
Yes.
Oh, he has siblings.
No.
No. And does he think before he acts?
Yes.
And is he a rule follower?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what about you? Um, are
Uh,
you from the States?
I am not. No.
No. And you can elaborate on any of them if you want.
Sure.
Are you comfortable on a horse?
Very
Prior to
comfortable.
oh,
Very,
cool.
very comfortable on a horse. Grew up on a farm, small town, Elmont, Ontario, which is actually uh,
Yeah.
they film a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be in one, Brad. You're
I
gonna have
know.
to
Wouldn't that be a fun full circle?
walk right over and just
Mm.
blend right in. All right. Are you romantic?
Am I romantic, sweetie? She's laughing.
Your
Yes.
Instagram account
I
makes
think
you
I
look
am.
like you're romantic.
I am. I try. I do. I buy flowers once in a while. She
Okay.
said I am.
You have a past?
I do.
Everybody does, right? Siblings?
I do have siblings. I have two brothers and one sister.
Nice. Do you think before you act?
I do. Now I do. I never used to. I do. Once
With
I,
age comes wisdom, right?
yes, once I have my baby, I start to think a lot more before I act.
A little boy, right?
I have a little boy. He's 1 years old. Yeah, he's one on my birthday. We have the same birthday as well.
Oh, I love that. And are you a rule follower? Say no. Say
No,
no.
I'm definitely not. I like to break the rules.
Yeah. All right, that's it. I thought that would be a fun little intro. Everyone else can take it away.
Hi, Brad. This is
Hi.
Nicole from the Swing My Heart podcast. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Nice to meet
Good.
you.
It's nice to meet you. So, my first question for you is Hope Valley 1874 gives us a look at the frontier before the town becomes what fans know from When Calls the Heart. What
Mhm.
surprised you most about stepping into this earlier version of the world, and what excited you the most?
Oh, well, there is nothing there. It's just a territory, right? So what I was so excited about more than anything was just creating this
Mhm.
this quote unquote town that is not there yet, right? So we're building a community from nothing. And it was really fun to see all the sets come together and build this from scratch, absolutely scratch. And it was beautiful to see. And yeah, I loved to watch it. And I got to experience it in real time as an actor too, right? As the episodes went on. So I think that was the coolest part.
Oh, that's awesome. And I've really enjoyed seeing your character and his storyline and seeing you a part of the show. And I hope the show goes for many more
Thank
years.
you so much. I appreciate that.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Brad. This is Catherine with Romcom Love. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Great. So I thought I would. You just said you grew up on a farm,
Mhm.
but did you take pull inspiration from somebody in real life, or maybe a favorite Western character as you were
Yeah.
building the character of Nash?
Yeah, so I did take a bit from my dad. My dad always had great work ethic and he's slightly stubborn but he was very good at whatever he did, he was very good at it. And he'd pick things up very quickly and just even like driving the tractor. I remember when we first moved to the farm, he'd pick everything up very quickly, how to deal with the alfalfa ourselves. And we were baling hay at 10 years old, and he just put us to work. And I saw how he was running it. And then I kind of put that figure into Nash, especially working with his kids, because it's like a nice little transition for me to kind of replicate my dad a little bit, but not too much.
No, I'm sure that's a very nice honor for him too. So,
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rachel with Hallmarkies podcast, and in the recent episode, you have a broken leg, and I was just curious what that was like to play those scenes and have to pretend to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that was very intense. I wanted to do my own stunts, but I did not do my own stunt for that one. I saw what had to be done, and I switched it very quickly. And the scene yet when I break my leg, there's one where I'm actually hyperventilating myself to a point where I actually almost pass out in real time.
Yeah.
And it was quite the scene, and it's very dramatic. When we're working with Martin too, the director, he gets very excited when the actors do well. When it's a good shot, he's like, "Woo!" He really and I love that because then you're doing good.
Yeah.
And he really was like, "You're in more pain, more pain," and like I was, like, it was crazy. So what a fun time that was. After I can't really say much, but you'll tune in and see what happens in the fourth episode. But it does get quite completely different dynamic. Everything's changed.
Yeah. Was it hard to sort of make it look like you're in pain when you're not really in pain and make it feel
In a way,
real?
yeah, kind of. I was preparing for that quite a bit. I mean, I'm like, this
Uh-huh.
is my one scene where I'm going to show like some big time emotion.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily me falling off the horse, but another scene that still has something to do with my leg. Because when the first time I fell off the horse, I was kind of unconscious, so it was pretty easy to act that one out. But
Yeah.
say they did switch it up a little bit in ADR, so we'll see what happens. But it
Yeah.
was a really, really fun episode to film in
Yeah.
my acting experience for sure. Really
Cool.
cool. Yeah.
Hi, Brad. I'm Holly with Fantasyland News.
Hi.
And my question is, Nash is a cowboy, and you have a background as a stunt performer. How did you bring your past and your experiences into such a physical role as Nash?
Yeah, so growing up on a farm, I was you had to do a lot of things, right? There, whether it's feed the cattle, delivering calves, it was very hands-on, and I've been through a lot in my life too. I'm a very hands-on guy in the real world, so with Nash, it was pretty easy transition. And as far as stunt work goes, it's mostly just me on a horse, which is just like riding a bike for me. So anytime it's something super serious, I did switch it out for a stunt guy, but I only had to do that once, and that's just falling off the horse. So anything else, I will absolutely do it. But yeah, if I was only just a little bit younger, I would do it all. But I'm at a good age now.
Totally understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to continue to do the rest of the scenes and not have like an actual broken leg.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
I love your background.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hi, Brad. It's Stephanie from Heart in Motion podcast. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So, in episode 4, we learn a bit more about Tom and Nash's relationship.
Hmm.
So, I'm wondering if you could describe it for us from your perspective. And is there any potential maybe this season that relationship might be challenged in a way?
Yeah, so Tom and Nash, they go way back. They met in Montana, and Nash and Tom, they're like brothers. But Nash really looks at him as, he's without him, he wouldn't be able to provide for his family. So he takes his job very seriously because of Tom, and their dynamic does shift, especially when I break my leg. Nash is he means a lot to the ranch. Without Nash, the ranch wouldn't really run. And Nash treats the ranch like it's his own as well. Um, and so when I break my leg, it's a big hit to Tom, and we really see the pain that it caused Tom as well as Nash, right? It's because
Yeah.
they are like this. And we see a lot more of that, and it's really nice to see the friendship and the loyalty between the two as the show goes on.
Definitely. And we're loving, there's the romance relationships, but we're really loving those friendship
Yeah,
relationships as well. So it's fun to watch that.
absolutely. Yeah. No, it's a beautiful thing.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hi, Brad. I'm Julie with Suspenders Unbuttoned Media.
Hi, Julie.
Um, so Chelsea Hobbs is Nash's wife, Peggy.
Mhm.
She's fantastic. We love her.
Hey, guys.
Um, what do you like about working with Chelsea? And will we get to see more of their family this season?
Yes. So Chelsea, when she, as soon as we both booked the role, she called me up right away, and then we were like, okay, we're the married couple, and we want to make sure there's chemistry, and we want to make this work, right? So we went out for drinks, and we made sure that we became great friends. Like any relationship, you start out as great friends, and it really showed up well on screen. She makes it so easy. She's so talented. She's beautiful. She's an amazing girl to work with. And she made it super easy for Nash. I mean, she's such a sweetheart. Peggy is like a sweetheart, lovable character. And, Nash is a super lucky guy to have her. But Chelsea makes it super easy too. We get along great. So it's excellent. So
Yeah,
lucky.
no, we I'm enjoying that there's this family dynamic that we're going to
Yeah.
get to
Oh,
unfold.
and we're going to see a lot more of that too. There's a lot of ups and downs that happen between Nash and Peggy. And Peggy is his safe place, and we're going to see that later on because he gets a little distraught over some things, and she really makes him remember that she's always there for him. That's really nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hi, Brad. It's nice to finally formally meet
Hi, nice to
you.
meet you.
I'm from Faith, Love, and Friendship podcast. I wanted to because I'm loving Nash so far. I love the dynamic between him and Tom, but for yourself, when you first initially booked this role, were you familiar with the Hardy's fan base? And what were your first impressions of Nash when you got that first script?
Absolutely. So I'm very, very familiar with the Hardy's fan base. I've been an actor here full time for 7 years. I've done a lot of background work on many Hallmark movies and shows. In fact, even in When Calls the Heart, I was one of I was in RCMP. I was a Royal Mounted Police, and you can see me in the car arresting somebody if you go back and have a quick little look. Just background though. So I've been around. And when I got Nash, yeah, I read the script, and as soon as I read that script, I was super excited to be a part of this. And I kind of knew it would take off too, because I know, the Hardys are an incredible family, and I know When Calls the Heart is a very loved show. And I thought, oh my gosh, the prequel to When Calls the Heart, this is it. This is the one. I want to be on this so bad. And then I just read the character Nash McCabe. I'm like, ugh, he even sounds cool. So super, super blessed, super lucky to be a part of this.
Yeah, and you can tell it must be fun to. I mean, you're doing every little boy's dream to put on the
Totally.
cowboy outfit and be around horses.
Totally. Yeah, there's no better set to be a part of, to ride horses all day and get all dirty and cold and the most beautiful scenery and creating a family and this community. And I just can't wait to see it build. It's just every season I know it'll be better and better. So I'm just hoping for the best for this show because it is really amazing to be a part of it. Really lucky, super lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We want to see more, and we want to see more of Nash. That is for sure. Thank
Well,
you.
you're welcome. You're very welcome.
Okay, so I always ask about the sets because I don't know, it's like a fascination with me. So the McCabe house, what can you share with us? Like, what is it? Is it what part of the set is it attached in any way to When Calls Heart? The
Yeah.
inside, the outside, green screened? What can you share?
It was painted blue. It's one of the townhouses, and it's the first one on the
Okay.
That's what I know most about it. I can't remember what it was before prior. There was something else prior. One of you guys know what it was before? I don't know. But I know it's painted blue, and it's the first townhouse on the left because that
It's
was
Rosemary and Lee's.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, and they made the inside look amazing. It's really nicely decorated inside. I
I
hear it's
know. Has like a lot of like it looked for a while there, I really thought maybe they built something because it just,
Mhm.
I mean, then I saw the beam, right? We all recognize that one beam that is in
Right.
there. I was like, okay. So did they just like move it? How, where, like it looks
No,
like,
it's still there. It's still in the same spot.
so
Yeah.
what do they do? Like green screen that looks like,
Totally. Well, they make sure that there's nothing behind it through the windows, and they change all the angles and everything is yeah. It's so tricky to film because there was like, oh, can't have the lighthouse or the water tower there. We can't have this here, and every angle had to be away from the town. You know what I mean? So the filming
yeah.
was so tricky for them to do. They nailed it. Obviously, it's great. But yeah, it's so fun to watch them work. Yeah.
Oh,
We
that's
gotta do
like
it again. We can see the water tower. Like we did like four takes. Like, no, the last one was so good.
pretty amazing to me. And then, okay, so then the field and everything that we see behind it, it looks like it's part of the ranch.
hmm
What is that? That's like a
Yeah, it's just some acre right behind it. And there's a little stream that we have too. You saw at the start where he's like, "Get off my land, Doyle."
mm-hmm.
A little stream off to the left. That was muddy. That was a wild day that day. But yeah, it's all mostly quite local. And then where the pond is, there's a pond there too. And yeah.
And then you're in the thick of, you had the worst weather.
Oh
When
gosh, it was terrible. We had like some really nice weather though for about a week. It was beautiful.
one
And
week,
yeah, it's weird because every time we had in the green room where you get heated up, when it was nice weather, they had this propane heat shooting in heat and it was really hot. And then when it was really cold, they only had this little electric one. So it had it like reversed and I'm like, oh gosh. But the weather was yeah, mostly bad. Mostly bad.
all right, I love
Made
it.
it
A
made it
little
authentic.
insight. Okay, little Easter eggs and little insight. Thank you.
Welcome noise.
So Nash and Peggy feel like a true frontier partnership. What
Mhm.
do you enjoy most about their relationship dynamic? And if you could tease one moment between them this season that is your favorite, what would that be?
I would think that Nash has this kind of a tough cowboy exterior, and every time he comes home to Peggy, he just turns into butter. And he looks at Peggy and then he just feels so safe and his demeanor changes entirely. So how I talk to Peggy is not how I talk to any of the other characters, kind of like we are in real life. You know how you talk to your
Yeah.
significant other behind closed doors, it changes a little bit, right? And it's really there's one scene where it's really a beautiful thing where I'm just so happy to be home and we get to spend a little bit more time together because of some circumstances. And we, share a really nice moment there. And there's a couple really nice moments like that, but it's a super, super cute scene. And I'm excited for the Hardys to see that one. And
Yeah, I love,
show that Nash has a little bit of a heart too, you know. He's not
yeah,
huff and gruff. He's
yeah,
got something behind his chest.
yeah, I love that. And I really enjoyed the scene. I believe it was episode 4, it might have been 3, when you were both sitting on the sofa after
That's
his
right.
cast had been put on. That was a really sweet moment too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as Julie was saying, Chelsea is fantastic, and I'm glad that you two are the married couple on the show. I love seeing married couple storylines on
Yeah,
Hallmark.
no, it is right. We're the only married couple, established
Yeah,
couple on the
that's it.
show, right? So we're going to see a
Yeah,
lot of with kids, right? So it's nice to have
yeah,
it established, right? So I really
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And I can't wait to see more in the
Okay.
future. Yeah. Thank you.
So to follow up on that, the kids really take the reins and help out on the ranch in episode 4. And can you just share a little bit about your younger co-stars and then, seeing this through their eyes too?
Yeah, they do. So yeah, for sure, Sam and Jenny. Great, amazing. They're great little kids, awesome actors. They're so fun to be with on set as well. We really took a liking to them, and especially Jenny. She's a sweetheart and she's a great dancer. Alice, uh, who plays Jenny, and we'd have moments where she'd just dance and I would just dance in front of her, but we wouldn't exchange words and just walk by each other. But anyway, during the show, like especially when I break my leg, it is a change where because in the 1800s, when something like that happens, it could be a death sentence. So we do see quite a change in their demeanor, for their dad. Like, are we going to lose our father? It can get quite serious. So we don't know what's going to happen. So it's a nice little thing to see. And of course, things changed later on in the season, but yeah, that was probably the nice little change that I got to see because it's always happy, happy, happy. Oh wow, this is serious. We're in the 1800s here, right?
Well, and I will say that they, as we've seen it, that they did a great job of showing the importance of taking that role on for the children, and then also giving us the hijinks with the goats or
Totally.
the
Yeah, they have little cute moments with little baby animals, and they couldn't stop talking about the goats. Ah, the goats and the chickens and the everything. They just go crazy for it. So it's really sweet. Yeah.
Well, going off of that, what do you think would be the worst part of living in 1874, and what do you think you'd like better?
Oh my gosh. What would I like better than like living in today?
Yeah, compared to
I,
today.
I
Yeah.
am I swear I am reincarnation of somebody living in the 1800s, and I would happily go back to that and I would live it out. Even if I only lived to be 45, I would still like that time. That time era is so cool. And I just love it.
What
So
do you think you'd like most of all?
most of all, just the how it's just so simple, the simple life. There's no electronics. Everything is just done by hand. There's conversations, there's people, there's interactions. It's bringing it back to the basics. And
Hmm.
you want to get a message, you gotta, get on a horse and ride for 2 days on a journey to say hello to a friend. I think that's so cool. And you're
Yeah.
never bored. There's always something to do. You're not going to sit down and just swipe on your phone. You're going on an adventure every day. What are we going to do
Uh-huh.
today to
Yeah.
survive? And I think that's really cool.
What do you think that you would miss the most?
Uh,
Mm.
probably, oh God, I don't want to say my phone. Probably acting. The
Yeah.
cameras, not being able to act because I still like to do that. I'd probably pick up theater, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah.
say. I wouldn't miss much. That's for sure. I'd be happy
Very
with
interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
that. Maybe my yacht. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a background in the DCU,
Hmm.
who has a rabid fan base, and then you
Hmm.
come to Hallmark, which has an equally but different fan base. How did the two match up, and how are they different?
They're very different. So my fan base with Superman is mostly South American Mexico. And it's younger, very younger generation. It's, the age group from like, 10 and 8 till 16, 17. It's like kids, right? But there's a lot, and they're very hardcore about Superman. They love it. And I love their support. It doesn't matter what I do, they're very supportive. I was in a part of this group on Facebook called CYV Comics, and I had like there was a 400,000 people there, and it was just this incredible fan base for me, and that was a lot of fun. But almost got to be too much. I was getting a lot of messages, like just 1,000 messages a day for months and months and months, like almost
Oh
6 months.
wow.
So it's hard to like keep up with kind of that kind of engagement. And then with the Hardys, now it's a whole new ball game. But it's a little bit more relaxed. These guys are more
Oh yeah.
aggressive, and Hardy's a little bit more. It's easier to have a conversation and more calm, cool, collected, and just a fun thing to be a part of. So I haven't
That's
really got
awesome.
full of it yet, right? So maybe I'm. I don't know
Right.
how crazy it can get here, but I'll bring it on. I love it.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
We need to prepare Brad for Hardee's and triangles, don't we?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So we're about halfway through the season, and I'm curious moving forward, is there a moment or aspect of the show that you think fans are not prepared for that you can
Yes.
tease?
Oh, that I could tease? Oh no. Yeah, there's some pretty what kind of stuff is coming. It is pretty intense. For me, my character especially, it's a lot of big ups and downs. I could say for Rebecca, there is something very large coming that all the Hardys will be a little bit mind blown in a way. So it's gonna be a great season. It just keeps getting better and better and better as the season goes on. So I even don't know. I was even when I read it, I was like, no way. And then where are we going from here? Like what's coming next? You know what I mean? So I'm equally excited as all the Hardys are.
When you got that big no way, was like how far in advance did you know about that before you guys had to film that?
I don't know. I didn't know anything within like 3 days before. Like, here's the script. It's like, here we're doing episode 2 and 3, and I know like 3 days before, and then they gave me the script. I'm like, holy, like I didn't know anything about any of the episodes until like 2 to 3 days before, and then we do the shooting. And I'm like, oh, so every time I'm like, even like Ben, he would get the script before me by like 2 days. I'm like, Ben, can you send me it? Like, send it to me. He's not supposed to do that, but he'd do it just so I know where my character's going and how to
Yeah.
prepare a little bit. I need to know.
Yeah.
Like even when I found out my character was from Montana, I'm like, well, Montana. Well, maybe Montana has a little bit of an accent. Should I not have put that on there? Well, it's too late now. You know what I mean? Because I've already
Yeah.
started the show. Like,
Yeah.
we have this crazy, So it all kind of it's good to have the information ahead of time. But yeah, I did not know. I didn't get it within 2, 3 days. That's it.
That's awesome though to see
Yeah.
how excited you were for what was coming. So
Oh
that's
yes,
something for us to
we
look
all
forward
are.
to.
We all are. And it was as a group thing as actors, like where's the next script, right? I can't wait to see it. Oh wow. Oh wow, I didn't see that. Oh cool. Alfonso, he's incredible. I mean, he's such a good a writer. He's the best showrunner. He's so good. So it's exciting watching him too.
Yeah,
Bringing
he's a fan favorite.
Yeah,
So,
he really is. He's great.
okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yes, we've talked to Alfonso. He's amazing.
Yeah.
We've been talking about how Nash has a family and how unique that is. And one of the kind of unique things that came out like episode 2 or 3 was Nash's daughter Jenny cannot read, but
Mhm.
also just like Nash's like firm belief that they don't need that stuff on the ranch.
Mhm.
Uh, how many things is Nash going to change his mind about on the ranch?
Good question. Yeah, so he's stubborn in the ways of and slightly selfish that this is all he knows, and you don't need any other education. You need to learn how to run a ranch. You're good at doing this. You're good at doing that, and that's all you need to do to survive. But as his kids grow older, and then we have these new characters, right? As Joy comes in with Rebecca and Sarah, then he sees that these are educated people, and now they're hanging out with my daughter, and my daughter is not educated like they are, and I could see it, and I'm like, ah, man. So maybe I should let them, learn. And then there comes this dynamic where maybe they're learning too much. And they might be too good for Nash, and this is it's a very up and down. So I do back off a little bit, but I'm also, this is the way I was taught. But I can't be that selfish, especially in real life. I've kind of learned that with my own son. I had this dream to do this. I wanted to go to Alberta and have a buffalo farm in Alberta, but I can't do that anymore because I don't want him to be lonely. I want him to grow up with his cousins. So I'm going to go back to Ontario instead, right? So do what's best for your kids in the end.
Yeah, I love that. I think those family stories are some of the best stories in these heartwarming
Yeah,
series.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really nice. It's great. I'm excited to see what you guys have to see what's coming. It's cool.
Okay. I think one of the biggest first scenes of episode 4 that I took a guess was one, the snake, and then two, seeing Nash fall off the horse. How was it for you in that process to film it, number one? And how long was that to take? Was that a long time to film those scenes?
Yeah, so it did take a long time. Anytime we're doing a stunt scene, it took quite some time. Like I said, I wanted to do all my own stunts until read the script and I thought, oh, I got to fall off a horse. I'm just too old for that, so I'm gonna push that one right away. And I let Carson do it, which he did incredible. He did about 4 takes, but each setup takes a long time, right? So we had a very amazing horse named Soldier he had so many buttons on him so I sat on him and I would go up and then I came to a point and then they cut it and then that's when they switched out for the stunt guy. And he hit the ground hard like 4 or 5 times and I got some great footage of him that I'm excited to post. And I talked to him a few days after that. How are you feeling? And he was sore. He was sore. This is my boy.
Oh,
He's bugging me. Say hi.
You are just the cutest. Daddy, he may steal your limelight.
Yeah, don't steal my limelight. This is my time, okay?
Yes. Hi, buddy.
There's so many people. No, don't touch buttons.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry, he was just looking at me and tugging at my foot, so I had to say hi.
you're all good. You're in trouble, Daddy. He already knows that he's cute.
Yeah, he's a little cutie. He's always sitting there staring at me.
Aw.
Okay, so we're loving, or I know I'm loving, I think all of us here are loving each episode. I can't wait to get the next. I get all excited. What's a storyline that Nash is not involved in this season, but when you have a second season, because we're going to, right? We are. Um, what would you like to see happen?
Oh, that's a good question too. I would love to see, I want to see Tom and Nash going on an adventure. Like they need to bring something to a different town and they gotta go on horseback for a few days and spend some time in the woods and set up tent and maybe somebody gets hurt or they gotta hunt for food or something like that. Uh, yeah, I want to go on an adventure inside the adventure.
Okay. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. And the woods that you're traveling in that wooded area that we've seen
Mhm.
so far, I
Mhm.
mean, are there, that's like a real working farm. Do we
Mhm.
really come across snakes and other creatures, or is
All
it
sorts
just
of animals. Yep, all sorts. Yeah, there is a lot going on there.
yeah. Okay.
Frogs and snakes and rats and all all sorts, mud and bugs and
Well, you're used to that, right?
yeah, I love that.
Okay. Thank you.
That's great. I also thought too for the Mountie, what is it? For Alexander, they say the Mountie always gets his man.
Hmm.
And that happened in 1877. They say that saying. So
Yes.
they should make Alexander say that saying. It's like the
Okay.
start of the Mountie always gets his man because it's like a quote for the RCMP, and that's where it came from. Alex.
Okay. We're putting
Totally
it out.
different. I don't know. I'm saying that, but it's just something I
No,
thought.
good. It's all right. It's all good.
Also, write that down.
If Nash could see the future of Hope Valley, what do you think would make him the most proud? What would surprise him the most? And maybe what character would he be friends with in current Hope Valley time?
Ooh, but I'd be old. Well, that's a hard question. I don't know. I'd probably be friends with I'd be also dead if I was a coal miner.
Oh,
Maybe I got into the coal mining business. Just went down a dark road. I'd hope that Jenny would visit my grave, I suppose.
no.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Maybe friends with Ned Yost.
Oh, yeah, I could be friends with Ned Yost. That's true. I saw him grow, right? I'd be like, yeah, older
Yeah,
uncle to him. I'd be still even old for him.
yeah.
True. Old Ned Yost. That's true. I take
Oh,
it
yeah.
back. I'd be friends with Ned.
Yes.
Well, Brad, I gotta say, I love that you're bringing us 3 years into the future. That we need to get to 1877 in order to get that saying
Yeah.
on screen for the first time. If you could change roles with any other character for a day, who would you choose?
Hmm. Probably Clayton. Clayton Cooley. Get stuck in a little love triangle, and I'd be really good at making stuff with my hands and make some steel and carpentry and whittle some little deer for the love of my life, who's oblivious to everything I do for her.
We really do have love triangle triangles that day. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can prepare myself. But you're
I just
right, their
love
dynamic is
watching
great.
Clayton just like I just love to watch him. He's so good. Jedediah is amazing. He's a great actor.
My favorite is watching Jill as the mom being like
Oh
to her
yeah.
daughter, like, what?
What do you do?
So
Did you not
oblivious.
see what's going on, Olivia? Just like, oh, yeah.
I
So,
know that's a good choice. He's a cutie, so good
he
choice.
is. He's a great guy in real. I love him. I love him. Yeah.
Well, can you walk us through what the audition process was like for you to get the role?
Yeah, well, I so when I just a self-tape audition, and
Hmm.
when I got the audition, I'm
So
pretty
did
sure.
your agent tell you about it, or how did
No,
you
he just
hear
sent
about
it
it?
to me. No, he just sent me the audition, and then I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh boy!" And I did my own kind of research on him. Like, "Oh, this is the one. This is the one." I got
Yeah.
excited, and I took my time with this audition. I had three scenes, and there was one scene that I really, really nailed, and I knew I just felt it right away. And I even sent a text to my agent. I said, "This scene right here, this one's gonna book it for me." And then within a week later, he said, "Shortlisted for it." And I said, "Oh,
Oh.
yes,
So then
amazing."
did you have callback, like a callback kind of thing
No, no, I
next,
actually
or
no. I was I think I was the first person booked. I was the first person hired for the show.
had
They
they already cast Chelsea, do you know, or did you have to do like a
no,
chemistry
no,
read or
no. They I didn't cast her yet. They didn't. I was the first
okay.
to get cast. I'm pretty sure I was the first one to get cast because I was talking to a Mike about this. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I was. And then yeah, they didn't have the leads, that's for sure. And that's why we were a bit backed up when we started filming because we didn't have the cast yet. And then
Wow,
we got
that's
Chelsea.
interesting.
And I looked up everybody when I get, when I get booked for something,
Yeah.
I go deep dive research into everybody and I watch their shows and I
Yeah.
see how they act and see how, I want to know them before I know,
Uh-huh.
you know. And yeah, so when I found out it was Chelsea, I was like, yes, this is going to be
Yeah.
awesome. And we got, mutual friends and I talked to other people about her. How is this girl, and
Yeah.
nothing but good words. And I was so excited to work with Chelsea. She is just the best breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Great casting.
How much time did you have between when you found out you got the role and you were on set shooting?
I found out November 22nd, I think, and we're going to shoot in December. We're supposed to start shooting December 2nd, and it
Oh,
didn't
fast.
happen. Yeah, we were supposed to shoot right away, but they didn't have the leads yet, or a bunch of other cast. So it got pushed till January.
Oh, wow. That's
Uh,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So next year will be different.
Uh-huh.
If I'm sure, I'm hoping.
Cool.
Yeah, next year will
Yeah.
be super cool.
Very good.
Yeah,
Great.
Okay, so you are a boat captain
I
when you're
am.
not acting. What is easier, being a cowboy or a boat captain?
Oh, being a boat captain. 100%. It is a very easy job. I mean, I'm very good at driving yachts. I've worked on yachts for the last 5 years, and I bought a yacht last year and started a yacht charter company called Wild West Charters. And you're just sitting down, driving and taking in the sun and making sure people are having a great time. As opposed to being a cowboy, there's, lots of things can go wrong. Even just walking in cold mud or letting the rain or, there's so many things that could affect you and hurt you.
Yeah,
And so you're stuck to the elements, and I won't go out on my yacht if the elements are bad. I check the forecast and I check the make sure the tide and everything's good, and I don't make those mistakes. But on cowboy, you never know what can come up. Sometimes a snake can just bite you.
that's true. We saw that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so we often hear from other Hallmark actors that they would love to land a role on a Hallmark series. I
Mhm.
mean, at minimum for just the steady work. But I'm curious, once you got to filming and being involved in this project, what's something that really surprised you?
It's a good question. Really just how close everybody is. I didn't realize like but from the makeup, the hair, the sound guy. Like every single person is connected and everybody works so tight as a family. I've been on sets before and I've had directors not even talk to anybody else. You know what I mean? They're very just focused. They just talk to the actors. Not on this show. Everybody talks to everybody. Everybody is very warm and welcome, and we're literally one big happy family. And that is so nice to be on set. I was so nervous. Like I was so nervous my first day, and I'm like, how is this gonna be? And then I was relaxed because I was like, oh, thank God, it's perfect. It's everybody's so nice and everybody is equal and there's no ego and there's no I'm better than anybody, even the actors, they're all just there to help each other and make the day fun and beautiful, amazing. So very, very lucky. Yeah.
Do you remember who your first like interaction with?
My first one was with Mike, the director, when I got the role. But my on set was with Ben. And Ben, I was super, and he even messaged me too before, on Instagram, congratulations and all that. And he's sure, I would thank Ben. He's an incredible actor, and he's such a nice guy. And he made me so comfortable. He just made me so comfortable just from day one. And like I told him, I'm nervous. I don't really know what to expect. This is my first, reoccurring role in a huge show. And he's like, "Oh, just don't even worry about it, man. We're gonna have a great time. You're a cowboy and all this, And then he just awesome. I'm so lucky to have him as my boss. So we have a great dynamic and we have a lot of fun on set and we just talk about anything. Yeah, we're perfect. It's a great, great, great cast and crew.
That's awesome to hear because we know that part of the success of When Calls the Heart is how well they get along and that
Yeah,
they are a family as well. And so that's a good sign for you guys as
it
well.
shows. It'll show up on screen if we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ben is always a lot of fun, and he is really just a great guy.
Yeah.
But you are living in a time period that's 150 years before now. Like this is 1874.
Mhm.
So, what are some of the themes in 1874 that feel most relevant to audiences today?
Some themes. Oh, just trying to get by, probably trying to start from nothing, like opening up a boarding house, just hustling, just starting from scratch and trying to make your way in this world, especially in this crazy world today. Even though there seems there's so much, electronics and things to help you and blah blah blah, it's still hard to make it out here. I was living paycheck to paycheck and I was struggling myself big time, and I know what it takes to try and make it. And everybody's just trying to help each other. And that's the thing too, when you have a good connection or of networking of friends too, everybody wants to help you and you want to help each other. So when you have a great network, that's how you're going to succeed in life. And that's a good thing in the 1800s, 1874. You had to rely on those people as a community. You rely on each other. I got to go to Hattie to get this. I need this to get that. And you know what I mean? So everybody helps each other. And that's how we grow and succeed. And I think it happens here too, because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have my circle of friends and my family behind my back as well.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that piece about networking and connecting. We might do it differently in modern times.
Totally, totally. But it's still there. Yeah,
No, that's a great answer. Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Nash in episode 4, we see him obviously with his broken leg. We see him obviously going through a lot of emotions and having to play as, being in ungodly pain. My question is, which the first thought that came to my head was, how was the process for you with pretty much not only sitting there trying to act like you're in pain, the acting part of being in pain, but how was that process? Did it seem as messy as it looked, with them making the cast for his broken leg?
Totally. So I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about this, but I know the pain. When I was doing it, I was almost hyperventilating myself, and I was to a point where I was actually passing out, and it was unbearable. And I remember like I was working with Mike, or sorry, Martin was our director at the time, and he's like, "You're more pain," and I was feeling it. The more he yelled, the more pain I was in, and I had all the actors around me too, right? And I could just see the on their faces, and I know what I was going through, and in my head, it wasn't just the pain of breaking my leg. It was the pain of, it's the 1800s. This could be it for me. If this doesn't work out and I don't get this fixed right, I'm dead. This could be the end of Nash. And I got kids and I got this and I got, everybody around me and I'm getting all these emotions and it comes so natural when they're all there. And I'm like, this is it, and so it really helped bringing out that emotion.
Was it messy, like that whole like making the cast?
Oh yeah. Very, very messy.
Oh,
It was super messy. Very messy. Well, the thing was, I did it all in the at the office, and we did a fitting, right, to get a couple casts, and then but this one was yeah, it was a mess. What's even messier is later on. I can't talk about it yet, but yeah, it's I got more things to say about that later on.
I think we can talk about episode 4. They gave it to us to watch before this,
Yeah,
so
I can't talk about but about it's later on about me moving around and stuff. I don't know if
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha. It
it's
makes sense.
yeah, yeah, because I'm a little bit disabled. I can't really
That's
move.
all good. You're
Yeah.
all good.
I don't know what I could say. But
Okay,
yeah, very big emotion.
Brad. So when we fall in love with a couple, on our favorite show, then we're like, we want to see them in a movie together, right?
Yeah.
So let's imagine that you and Chelsea get to do a Hallmark movie. What would
Mhm.
it be like? What would you be like? Yes, a
Oh,
mystery,
I-
or I don't know.
I'd be super stoked. I'd be super happy because I'm actually like working with her right now. We're trying to put together. I've got a couple of ideas for Hallmark.
Oh,
Yeah, so I got a little synopsis together for her, and I've already pitched it to her. And I got another movie as well that we kind of want to work together on. And I think the universe does bring people together for a reason, and we just get along so great. And I know that our chemistry is going to build more and more and more as the show goes on. And I would love to do a movie with her. I just know it just makes it so much easier when you know the person and you could have that kind of connection, right? So it's very very easy with Chelsea. It's awesome. So I would really like to do a Hallmark movie with her. It'd be great, especially if it's one that we've made or wrote, I should say.
okay. So that's what I was going to ask. Are you actually like writing it, or is that something that you do?
Well, I'm not the writer because I'm not very good at writing, but she's an excellent writer. So I have the idea, and I told her, went out for a drink, and I told her my ideas because I'm an idea guy and I talk a lot, and I can
Mhm.
tell you, but I can't write it down.
Okay.
But she can write it down. So she's like, tell me it and I'll write it down. So I did. And now she's writing it down. I hope. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we've talked about a few things, and I'm hopefully that there's somewhere to move forward in that.
I love that. So on When Calls the Heart, Kevin Smith and Pascal, they
Mhm.
have done quite a few movies together. They have
Mhm.
these mysteries, like 2 episodes of a mystery series, and then other standalone movies. So you could always call them up. I'm giving you permission. Call them
Okay.
and see, how they did it. So
Yeah.
that the two of you could do it. And I will be so excited. I'll help you promote it. I would love
Well,
it. I would love it.
I like that. Okay.
All right.
Like that. Thank you.
So you recently talked about how close the cast of Hope Valley 1874 is. What is
Mhm.
one behind the scenes moment that perfectly captures the spirit of this cast and crew? And what's something fans would be surprised to learn about filming ranch life on screen as well?
Like what we did together behind the
Yeah,
like
behind the
on
scenes.
set behind the scenes. We had one moment where we all, Buddy brought out Doyle, Ryan brought out a guitar, and then Hattie just started singing,
Oh,
Jill, and we started singing Wagon Wheel. And it was I got that I posted a story of that on my Instagram, and we had everybody, the whole cast was in there, and we were all singing as one big family. And we had a couple nights that we actually went out. 2 nights we went out as a cast members, all of us, and we went to the karaoke, and we did karaoke till 3 in the morning. And we had a lot of fun. So that's one good thing, especially with the when we had the rap party at the end. Like that was amazing. I always say like it'd be such a better idea to have a rap party at the start of the season to get everybody like I can meet everybody right away and know like behind the scenes guys, right? Get to know the crew before and because you get very close to everybody at the rap party, you find out who they really are too, right?
yeah.
It's work mode, and then there's like, okay, this is who you are. Uh,
Who was the best at karaoke?
oh gosh, Jill is amazing. Alexander or
Well, she's
Lachlan
done
was,
Broadway, so
yeah,
yeah.
she's great. Roan was really good too, and Lachlan. He was able to hit some high notes. I was pretty good myself, I must say so. I had a couple of notes there that I could hit.
Okay, we got to know what was your song of choice?
I did country songs, so I did "Speed" by Montgomery Gentry. I did "Wagon Wheel," and I did a couple Luke Combs songs. And Shania Twain, I believe. I did a duet with Rona Shania Twain. Yeah.
Musical episode. We need
Totally, bring it on.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, I got to play the violin and maybe have a little sing there too, right?
That's awesome. And I'm a big behind the scenes geek, so I love hearing stories like that.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a few of us have had the opportunity to go to Jamestown for Hardy's family reunion. So we've seen it dressed up as current Hope Valley. And I know that, and I know Roxanne talked a little bit about it, but they built two buildings is kind of what they've talked about out there.
Mhm.
Can you tell us a little bit more of what they built for the show and what your favorite location is to film?
The trading post, I think, was built. So they built the trading post, and I didn't even get to go in the trading post. There's not one scene with me going inside, so I didn't even get to go and see it or do anything with it. And then they built a corral for the horses, which was really cool for this ri wicked scene. Really cool scene with Ben and a horse. I don't want to give any of that away, but it's so super cool. And my favorite area is probably just at home with Peggy. That's where I'm not working. I finally just get to relax, kick off my boots, and have a moment with my wife.
Excellent choice.
Yes, of course. Of course. Home is where the heart is.
Well, I was curious about costuming, and I'm just curious, what is the piece of clothing that you feel like really helps you like get into character? That you're like, okay, now I have this on. I am
It
Nash.
is my hat and it is my pocket watch. I always have a pocket
Mm,
watch on me.
okay.
So the thing is that there's in the first opening, one of the opening scenes that for me, is when I come down with Doyle, they cut it. And then they're like, okay, your time's up, Doyle. And I'm like, oh, funny thing. I got a watch right here. And I whip out my pocket watch all cool. And I look at it and then the scene goes by and it's like, all right, time's up, Doyle. But they cut the scene. So then I've kind of lost my moment with my pocket watch. And now all the other moments don't seem significant because I've lost the one, you know, piece of,
Yeah.
the pocket watch. But I still love it and it looks great. And I make sure that I wear it as much as I can. But yeah, as soon as that hat goes on, it is game time for sure.
You really feel like a cowboy.
Yeah, I had to find the right hat too, right? And they didn't have the best selection of hats, especially from the 1800s. So I wish I could have used mine. Like I wanted to, but mine is just too modern, I think.
hmm
I didn't even give them that
Yeah,
up.
Ben told us he also had to go out and get his own hat, but
Oh yeah. Okay, so
yeah.
yeah, and then I finally found there's that one that I use, and I was like, okay, well, it fits really nice, and it looks kind of cool. It's kind of like an Indiana Jonesy look, and it was, what, I like this one. I felt Nash in this hat, and
hmm
so finally I was like, okay, this is good, without me having to go out and buy a hat because I was like,
Yeah.
I'll go get a hat if I have to. I'm not just gonna wear any hat. It has to be a Nash hat,
Yeah. Well,
right?
you can ask Ben. He found a place
Oh, did yeah,
like
okay.
in Vancouver or something.
Oh, did he? Yeah, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
good.
he did.
Oh, I see. Yeah, of course. Well, he has
So,
to. You
yeah.
gotta feel Tom out, right? If you want the character to feel right. I'm not gonna just
Yeah.
have some weird hat and be like, I gotta wear this. You gotta feel like the character,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're a rancher, you gotta have a good cowboy
Yeah,
hat.
that's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully waterproof next time only. Geez, I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get a waterproof jacket or something.
Yes.
I gotta upgrade. Tom had a cool waterproof jacket most of the time when he's outside, so the water just dripped off him.
Oh,
Mine would
that's
just
nice.
soak it in. A lot of the cowboys there in the background, right? And they just had to sit on the horses for hours, and they're just in like wool jackets,
Yeah.
getting soaked.
You had a lot of rain?
Oh, so much
Yeah.
rain. We were soaked, like just crazy. We're walking in this much mud. It's just yeah,
Yeah.
gross, but it's so cool. Like this is it. It just puts you into character so much quicker instead of having to
hmm
imagine how terrible the conditions were. They were terrible. They
Yeah,
were,
fair enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes it easy.
Yeah. Very good.
Hmm.
Okay, my last question is twofold. So my website is a merging of Disney and Hallmark fandoms.
Hmm.
My husband wants to know if you're a Disney guy.
Disney guy. I'm gonna say no.
That's fair. Not a
I
lot of
do like
people are.
Aladdin though. I grew up on
And
Aladdin, and I could sing Aladdin.
Aladdin's a good one.
Yeah.
And lastly, what do you want Nash's legacy to be in the founding of Hope Valley?
That he, hmm, that he just made the right decision, and make sure that his kids are okay and they're on the right path to success, and he lets go of his stubbornness to his ranch, and he just lets his he's in it for his kids in the end, and he finds that moment where it's not all about him, and he be happy about what he's created, and maybe have a little bit more pull. I don't know what Tom's going to do with him, but this ranch is his baby as it is as much as it is Tom's, and I think Tom will realize that in the end too, and maybe he'll get quite a larger stake in the old ranch. So, and
Oh, that would be good. We'd like to see that.
that too, yeah, yeah, like
Thank you.
yeah.
You've given us some great hints about what's to come for Nash and even the McCabe's. So I'm curious, apart from those storylines, what's a storyline that you're eager for fans to see the second half of the season?
Storyline that I'm happy to see. Oh, geez. I think just the dynamic between me and Peggy, how it changes. I think that it's gonna be really nice to see how I get quite down on my luck, and and then Peggy becomes my inspiration, and she really brings me back to makes me level-headed and lets me see things how they truly are, and I'm excited for the fans to see that huge change in Nash's heart and how he sees his family and how he looks at the ranch. It's all kind of connected in a way. I can't really talk about it too much, but yeah, I'm excited to see that change.
Did you follow the other storylines pretty closely as well?
I did not as close because I didn't want to give too much away to Nash. Sometimes when I'm reading, because there's some things that I don't really know in real life, right? As a
Yeah.
character, he wouldn't know what's going on over here to do that. So sometimes, oh, I know this guy did something bad to Tom, and maybe it's going to adjust how I act in the scene. Oh, this guy treated Tom bad. Well, I'm going to be I'm going to be mean to him. But if I didn't know that he did that, I'm not going to act on it, right? And
Good
then so
point. Yeah.
it's a kind of a way that I do my acting. It's maybe it's an excuse to not read it, but it's not the way I look at it. I just want to focus on my family, Nash, his job. This is who Nash is, right? It's not like the love triangle is not really my problem. And
Yeah.
there it was at one point, but then they cut some scenes where it's not my problem anymore, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm giving advice to old Clayton, and no, I'm not. So it's like just focus on what I have to do.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we've heard actors say, even on When Calls the Heart, that it sometimes can be very tricky for them to act like they don't know what's
Yeah.
happening over
Ex
here.
Exactly. So it's just better to not know. If I don't know, then I don't have to pretend to not know because it's real, right? I
Yeah.
actually don't know.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, period dramas are such a popular genre right now. So when you heard about Hope Valley 1874, what really excited you about joining this period drama?
Oh, it was just the period. I mean, it is like I'm telling you, I've been manifesting this role for 20 years. I got a peacemaker, an 1874 peacemaker on my wall. I've been spinning guns, so practice spinning guns. I've been lassoing. I've been just waiting for this moment, and I like, okay, peacemaker. I booked Superman as peacemaker, and then I'm like, okay, 1874. Okay, now I just booked 1874, and this has been my dream job for so long that I got it. I got it. Like it's check mark done, and I don't have to worry about any. If I don't book anything else, honestly, I'm totally happy with this show, and I hope it goes on forever because it is my dream. I feel like I've succeeded. The only thing I could do now is, you know, go back to my hometown and film a Christmas movie. So it's a full circle. That's the only thing.
You know, that all feels so perfect. Did you just say you can flip a rifle?
I can. I could spin guns. Like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been done on When Calls the Heart. So I feel
Was
like
it?
there should. I feel like, yeah, Kevin McGarry did it as the
Did he?
Mountie
It
on the
was
horse while riding.
fantastic.
So I
Really?
feel like,
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to Alfonso because he's gonna have to write me in a little pistol whip there because I could definitely spin that thing and make it look pretty cool.
I think fans would be in favor of another gun flip. Let me just tell
Totally.
you.
Oh, I'm real good at it. I hope they do.
Let's make this happen.
Let's do it. Okay, gun flip coming in. Fonzo, write it.
You guys, we only have 2 minutes left.
Ah.
So honestly, I feel like there probably is enough time for one more question, to respect Brad's time. Um, but thank you, Brad, so much, and
Of
thank you
course.
to all of you for the amazing questions. Um, and yeah,
Been a
any
pleasure.
final words?
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad,
Thank
so
you,
much.
Brad.
Thank you,
so much,
Brad.
guys. It's been really fun. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the
Mhm.
questions. And
Yeah.
hopefully we could do this again.
Do you celebrate Easter?
Yes. Yep.
Happy Easter.
It'll be my first.
Happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter.
Oh,
Happy
thank you.
Easter.
Yes,
First
I'll be
Easter.
sure to send you guys the recording soon as
Thanks,
well.
Hayden.
Thank
Sounds
you.
Thanks, Hayden.
good.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Happy